In this tutorial in Cyberlink PowerDirector, we're going to look at how you can take a video image and superimpose it on an old-fashioned television to make it look like it's playing on that device. And the results will be something like what you see here. We're going to use two programs to do that. PowerDirector, and I'm going to use PhotoDirector as well. Let me switch to PhotoDirector. I've loaded the image into PhotoDirector. Now there are a couple things that I have that challenge me when doing this. First of all, I'm in the library mode. I want to get into the design mode. And I don't need to add a background layer. When I'm in the design mode, you notice I'm going to zoom in just a bit, 50%. And you notice what I have here that makes it look like an old television is the reflection off the glass. We have a bright spot over here. We have some shadows in this area. If I click on the hand and move it, you see I have some shadows at the top and a little on the sides. Now, I found it difficult to try to preserve all of the shadows. We're going to try to take the area that we remove and feather it a little bit, but oftentimes it will add a foreign color to the image that we replace it with. So it's up to you to decide exactly how you want to handle the shadows here. They're very important, but sometimes they can discolor the image underneath. So what I'm going to do is basically remove everything that is covering the glass and try to feather it a bit. Now, in any photo editing program, you can do that. We're going to use PhotoDirector. So in PhotoDirector, what I simply do is I click on my brush tool on the left side, and I'm going to use the manual brush. That's the icon with the brush. I find that easiest. And I tend to start out with a very large brush. We're going to take all of the center of this, and we're going to make this area that we would remove. And then the fine tuning will have to be around the edges. So we'll decrease the size of the brush. Another thing you might want to do if you want to be extremely precise is to change your magnification. I'm going to click on the down arrow, and you can go 100, 200, 400%. When I'm on magnification, I'm going to click on navigation because that allows me to take this square and move to the part of the image that I want to be editing. And so I can click here, and if I want to go right to the edge and leave the shadow out, I'm going to click right here. And again, if you take something you don't want, you can go from the positive to the negative. I'm going to take the negative. I can also change the size of my brush. And here I might want to take this and move it back a bit. You can tweak this as much as you want. Even if you want to go, say, to a 400% magnification. And we'll go up to that corner again. So you can be as precise as you want. I'm on the plus side now, so maybe I want to make it just like this. You see the process. We won't go through it. But this is how you can be as exact as you want in your final image so it looks absolutely precise. Using the plus and the minus, the plus will add, the minus will remove. And you can keep changing your size and how you make it work. So the basic idea is to do that. Now I have my feather at 25 pixels, and I would recommend using that. So let's pretend we've done all this. When you're done, all you have to do is click on File and Save, and it will ask what you want to call it. You call it a PNG file, and you save it, and you're done. I'm going to switch back to PowerDirector. Now in PowerDirector, I've taken my edited image that I created in PhotoDirector, or you could create in any other photo editing software, and I've placed it on track number 2. I have my television image. I've put that on track number 1. Now I'm going to delete the one that I put there because I did some editing to it, and we'll start over. So we'll take our blank TV, put it on 2. We'll take our image and put it on 1. Now you see it's behind there. So what I want to do is take my television that's just sitting there and make it the same as the duration. Let me click out here and make it the duration of my video. Now I want to lock it down. And I do that because sometimes when I move the image on track 1, I click on track 2. I don't want to mess with that. Now it's too big. I click on track 1 and here is my video. Of course, I have my normal proportions and I want to get it about the size, if I can, of this. Now I want to do some editing on it to make it look even better because it looks a little artificial. I'm going to click on it, click on edit. First thing I'll do is position, size, and flip. And here I have rotation. I want to slightly rotate it, and I don't want to use the ball. That's not precise enough. So I'll just click here, and maybe that's enough. Maybe one more. Back to 1. Just 1 is all I need to do to rotate it. Then I want to go to my controls of position, size, and flip. And I'm going to go to advanced. Now when you go to advanced, what you're going to see is these little blue nodes on the 4 corners. Let me zoom in. Let's do 300. Okay. Now I want to be able to fit it to the TV. One problem I have right now is I can't see the TV. I'm going to cancel out of that, and I want to go to my opacity and I'll dial it back. Now I'll go back to the position, size, and flip, advanced. We'll zoom in again. And now what I can do is I'm going to take the blue nodes, and you see when you hover over it, the cursor will change to a blue square. And I'm going to put this one up here, and this one over here. And we'll drag the lower one down here, and the left one down here. And you can tweak these corners as you so wish to make sure it's approximately a little bigger than our hole. Just about there. That looks pretty good. I'll click on OK. And now we're going to change the opacity again back to normal. And now we have it a little more suited for the angle of the television. Now again, we don't have some of the glare here that you might normally see. If you know a way to bring that in, please let me know so that myself and the other subscribers to the channel can see how it works. Let's play this one and see how it looks. And so it's approximately what we were hoping for when we tried to take that image and make it look as though it were coming from an old-fashioned television.